Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
They run with a Johnny. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now it's Ajayi. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On first down, Wentz. He shakes it off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Coney Ely able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Shorty. Now Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And Ndamukong Suh able to get him for a loss of about 3. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little. Because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now Sproles. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Sunday! Hey, Ford, Tokyo! Go. 120! 357!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Sproles lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, He's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now Goff on first down. Flush to his right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
That's complete right around the end. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing now is Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
74, 74.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Forced out to his left. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
He hits his running back, Jay Ajayi. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
46 down, man. 5-4. Back. 280.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Gurley again here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go. Four down.
Now a first down throw. Goff escaping the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here we go. 20. 81.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Aaron Donald in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go. 20. Flag.
To throw, it's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On play action, Wentz. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. On 1st and 10, Goff. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chris Long in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
20.
Out of the gun, Goff. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
DC.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Lose 5-7. There we go. Back. 120. 82.
Wentz now on first down. Fights off the defender. Going to throw right side here. Complete. That one goes for 24 yards. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And the kick by Elliott is good. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw on second down is gone. Being chased out left. And that one's complete to Gurley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's gone. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Maverick.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run with Davis. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, jumping over. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves? Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, Smallwood. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 20.
Here's Wentz to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee. Goff on first down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now it's gone. His throw incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he comes back with one complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They start the drive with Smallwood. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. For the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. High throw, but he makes the catch. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
Here we go. 120. Hey, rip 5-2 out here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Yes, sir.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's the backup, Bradford. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Sirline connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Nifty move. And some room to run now. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Sproles. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Ndamukong Suh in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
He gets it to Gurley, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
It's not something that we see every game now. Todd Gurley held below 50 yards, and we are in the fourth quarter. Got to give a lot of credit. They've done a nice job of bottling him up.
They absolutely have. And a lot of times he can still find holes, but there haven't been the holes there. The offensive line hasn't created much space. Bradford on 3rd and 2. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Room past the 20. And that one complete to Wendell Smallwood. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Shakes off the sack. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Working from the gun. Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And the tackle there by Chris Long.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff dumps it off to Gurley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off that.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Go. Waiting. Get over there. Go.
On the carry, here's Clement. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 20.
To throw is Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Here we go. Back man. Waiting.
Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the Rams getting set to go now. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Super 66.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A run, it's Clement. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? You're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time, and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.